Welcome to Cruiseman's Garage 2018 Plus Goldwing maintenance videos. If you've already purchased these videos, I want to thank you for the purchase, and I know you're going to find these to be a valuable tool to help you working on your own motorcycle. Now, a lot of people have a fear, well, what if I break something, or what if I break a tab, or what if I strip out a screw, or something like that? Or what if I get the bike apart and can't get it back together? I think that's one of the biggest fears people have. Well, the key thing you have to work on a Goldwing is patience. So as long as you're patient and as long as you follow the step-by-step instructions, you shouldn't have any trouble doing these jobs yourself. And if you're worried about breaking something or stripping a screw, there's no guarantee that when you take your motorcycle to a Honda dealer that a service tech isn't going to break something or strip a screw. When they're working on your motorcycle, they may be in a hurry because they're trying to get the job done in a specified amount of time that Honda says it should take to do that job. You don't have those restrictions. You can take as long as it takes to do the job right. I'm going to show you a lot of things that I do when working on the motorcycle that I guarantee you they don't do at a Honda dealership because they're just not going to take the time. These videos are designed for somebody with little or no experience on working on a motorcycle. As long as you have just minimal mechanical skills like you know which way to turn a wrench to tighten a nut, then you should be okay. Some of you have emailed and asked, how come we're not putting these on DVD? Well, DVDs are very expensive to produce. Usually have to buy 1,000 or 2,000 at a time, and they're just not as popular as they used to be. Laptop computers don't even come with DVDs anymore, or DVD players. So we've noticed our DVD sales dropping over the last 3 years because we have DVDs for the 2001 to 2017 Goldwing, and more people are buying the on-demand videos, the streaming videos, and they're not buying the DVDs. So that's why we made the decision to only make these available as video on demand through Vimeo.com. There's so many advantages to video on demand over DVD. First of all, if we come up with a new technique or new tool or some better way of doing something, we can actually update the video and it automatically updates your library. So the next time you go in, you have the newest version of the video. Also, if we need to add videos, say we're going to do a new video on a new topic, we can do that with video on demand. There's really not a way to do that on DVD that's cost effective. Plus, with video on demand, everything you see is in full HD. The only way we can do that on DVD is if we choose between Blu-ray or HD DVD, and then you got the problem, some people have HD, some people have Blu-ray, or some people don't have Blu-ray or HD, either one. So it's just not cost effective and it's just not logical to do the DVD anymore. And with our video on demand system, we're now allowing you to download these videos to your own device so that you can watch them offline. So now they're only for your personal use. You can't start uploading these to a YouTube channel or sharing them with your friends, obviously. The license agreement is you can download the videos, put them on your own device for your own personal use. And as long as you do that, we welcome you to download the videos and use them offline too. Or you can stream them if you're connected to the internet. Now, some of you have asked me, do you need a Honda service manual? It's a personal decision. The Honda service manual is good. It's about $150. It's not cheap. It goes into a lot more different topics than we go to on these videos. They talk about repair things like how to, basically tear apart an engine if you need to do that. We don't get into things like that. These videos focus on regular maintenance items. I should point out that these videos apply to the Goldwing and the Goldwing Tour, the 2018 Plus models. So I'd say about 90% of the videos are also applicable to the Goldwing, just the regular base Goldwing model. Some things may be specific to a model that has the trunk and the back, but these videos are pretty universal to both those bikes. Now, if you have an airbag model, a lot of you have asked me about the airbag. We do not provide specific information on airbag model because, number one, I don't have access to an airbag model to work on, and number two, there's really, percentage-wise, not as many airbag Goldwings out there as there are non-airbag models. So it just wouldn't be cost effective to provide specific videos for that. However, I'd say about 90–95% of the videos in this series will apply to the airbag model. Changing the brake pads on an airbag is the same as changing the brake pads on a non-airbag. And the same is true of many of the other videos in this series. The one thing you need to be aware of when you're working on an airbag, before you remove anything or before you disconnect anything, always disconnect the negative cable on your battery. And that's a good example of where you probably need a Honda service manual, is if you have the airbag model. I work in my garage. This is the garage I have at my house. I use simple tools. If I were a professional mechanic working on motorcycles all day, every day for a living, I'd have the most expensive set of snap-on tools money could buy. But I don't. I ride my motorcycle for fun, and I work on it for fun. So I use simple tools. I have some Craftsman tools. I have, Cobalt, even Stanley. I have some Stanley tools, which are pretty cheap. Most of the tools now I get on Amazon.com. They're readily available. In fact, the next video you should watch would be the tools video. So because I show you all the different tools I use. Some of them are just household items that I've turned into a tool. You don't have to have expensive tools. You don't have to invest a lot of money in expensive tools to work on a Goldwing. I also don't use a motorcycle lift. Some of you are really shocked that I don't have a lift. But I want you to be able to see that you can do these things without these types of expensive tools. So yeah, at my age, it's a little tougher. I got to get down on the ground sometimes, like to do an oil change or to work on the rear brakes or something like that. But in the end, it makes a better video product because it shows you can do it without these things. These videos will pay for themselves with just 2 hours of labor charges at a Honda dealer. You're going to really enjoy getting in there and learning how this bike works. And remember, when you do the job yourself, you know it's done right. You know the bolts are torqued the way you want them torqued. You don't have to be concerned about relying on somebody, a dealer, to do those things. I think the real message behind these videos is you can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. There's nothing special here about me. I learned just like you did by watching other people do it or by reading about it and then trying it myself. You have the advantage of being able to watch me and learn from my mistakes. I've broken things on the Goldwing because I didn't know what I was doing, but now I know how to do it so that those things don't happen. And I share those things with you. So this is something you can do. You work on your bike at your own risk. These videos are great, but working on your own motorcycle is a personal decision that you have to make. So you have to accept the risk that comes along with it if you choose to do that. But like I said earlier, there's no guarantee when you take your motorcycle to a Honda dealer that they're going to do it correctly. So this way you at least have the control. The best tool you can have is patience. The only time you really make a mistake working on this motorcycle is if you're in a hurry. So my advice to you is when you take on a task that you've never done before, just take your time. Be patient. If you get frustrated because you can't figure out how to get a part back on or off, walk away from it. Step away, go have a beer or a cup of coffee or whatever, and just go back to it the next day or go back to an hour later. Don't get in a hurry. So thanks again for stopping by and watching our video. If you've already purchased it, like I say, thank you. If you haven't, maybe you'll consider it. Go to our YouTube channel. Check out all the videos we have on the Cruiseman's Garage channel. And thanks for stopping by today at Cruiseman's Garage.